In this video, I'll share with you 4 different coaching techniques that will help you to take your clients deeper into their dreams and catch the fears that stop them to get what they want. I'll explain how they work and we'll give some examples of how you can adjust them to your coaching practice and start using them right away. Hi, my name is Marina Barayeva. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your business and build a personal brand, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you won't miss anything. The first tool that I use almost all the time is Imaging Game. Visualization is a powerful tool. The experience we have associated with the emotion we had before in certain situations. So if we will feel good and associate this good emotion with certain actions, then we want to do more of this. At the same time, if we feel bad or something bad happened, we will try to avoid that. When we play the Imaging Game, I ask my clients, close your eyes and see yourself in 3 years from now. See it, feel it, whatever they described before they want to achieve, or maybe even more. And then when you're ready, when you will move through this time and kind of envision yourself to be that person who you want to become, open your eyes and tell me what your day look like. What do you do today? And oftentimes when people play this game, when they open their eyes, they say like, I think I would do this. Maybe I would do that. There's no such things as I think or maybe or any other extra words. If you really envision yourself to be that person who you want to become, that will be today. Today, let's say as a well-known coach, I would coach people. I would have several coaching conversations. Then you may ask like, how many coaching conversations you would have, and so on. So when they envision yourself, they start feeling that. And then when you will do the coaching sessions with them, you will help them to create what they want from that positions of how they felt and what will be their next steps as that person, not the person who want to be well-known coach. And maybe they will do marketing for that. But the person who is already well-known coach. And then that coach would have many coaching conversations because that's how you become a good coach. And in coaching, a lot of marketing is just word-of-mouth marketing. So here we talk about 3 years from now. Another way to play is to think about 10 years from now. When we talk about 3 years, it's for some reasons it says the limitations and people start thinking in terms like, okay, I need to do this, this, and this to fit whatever I want to do in these 3 years. But when you think about 10 years, those limitations go away. Let's say you want to be a New York best-selling author and you've never wrote any books before. So 3 years from now, can you be a New York Times best-selling author? Probably, but if you've never done it before, it may take time to write your first book and see how it works, and maybe it will take a few more books, whatever it is, or maybe you'll need to learn more marketing. It still gives the feeling that I probably will be a best-selling author, but there's some doubts left. When you think in terms of the 10 years plan, can you become a best-selling author? Of course you can. Can you have a top show online on YouTube or on Netflix, on any televisions? Of course you can. 3 years? Sometimes. 10 years? Absolutely. So those 10 years breaks any limitations and it shows you what your client really wants. When you see that 10 years plan, you can shrink it into 3 years or even less. People are more talented than they think they are. And the next way I often play this game with people is imagine yourself as the person who you want to be and what will be your action today. Like in our example, if you want to be a best-selling author, imagine yourself as an author. Maybe not a best-selling yet, because that will be the next step, and this is what you can take from the 10 years plan. But as an author, as a well-known author, which aims to be a best-selling author, then what would be your step today? Probably you would write that book. You would start building connections, how you will promote your book, and start giving the interviews. Because when you publish your book, your task is not over. That's the simple part, to publish your book. Then the hardest part is to market it, to make it as a best-selling book of, I don't know, New York Times or an Amazon, whatever. Thinking that way, today you would write your best-selling book. And you would be confident already that, yes, I know how to write. I know that if I write something which I don't like, I can change it again and write something else. And maybe you would have this habit for every day until you write your book. And when a person starts having doubts about himself or herself, like maybe I'm not good enough to write this book, maybe I will not finish it, you bring them back to that person as a good writer, already good writer. And all writers have the writing blocks, where they feel they don't want to write anything, they don't have the inspiration. Inspiration comes when you start doing things. Inspiration, motivations, everything. Until you start writing, you don't know if you can write or you can't write. Actually, everybody can write. They just don't try that hard, and maybe they don't like it. And then you keep going with that. Another exercise which I like to use with my clients is, what will happen if their dream comes true? Let's say they want to be a best-selling author. If you become a best-selling author, then what? And oftentimes behind that then is what people actually want to do. And there can be two options. One is, I want to become the best-selling author because this is my passion. This is what I really want to do. And then you focus on writing those books and helping them to become a best-selling author. And there also will be people who will come to you and say, if I become a best-selling author, then I will have a lot of clients. Or then I will speak on all the stages sharing my book. You see? Maybe the problem is that they actually want to have clients right now. Or maybe they want to do public speaking now. Not when they publish their book, but this is what they want to do. They like speaking more than writing. Or they want to grow their business and they would like to have more clients now. So here, you switch from writing the book to helping them to become a public speaker or getting new clients, if that's the case. Some more examples which I also see in people, like, if I become a good coach, then I will have many clients. Well, you become a good coach when you serve a lot of people. That's how you practice and polish your skills. You don't need to learn a lot of skills, exercises, read a lot of books to start coaching people if you already have your experience and you know that you can do this. Then another example, if I earn a lot of money, then I'll go travel all over the world. And people spend several years trying to earn a lot of money, and they even don't know how much it is a lot. Then when in several years they have some money, they realize that they don't want to travel anymore, or their dreams change. What exactly do they want? Or if I will be famous, then I will find the love of my life, or people will like me, whatever it is. Find what it is behind that then. The next coaching technique is playing what would you do if you would be good enough. Everybody has fears, they have doubts, they have something, the limited beliefs that stop you from what they want, And oftentimes it comes to a simple thing. I don't feel I'm good enough for that. I don't feel I'm good enough to coach a lot of people. I don't feel I'm good enough to get clients now. I don't feel I'm good enough to become a best-selling author. Now, what if you wouldn't have those limitations? Just let them express their ideas. What would you do if you would be good enough? What would you do if you would be a good coach already? What would you do if you would be good enough public speaker? They may share with you some actions that they would take there, or how would they behave. And also when they actually tell you that, I don't feel I'm good enough to do this or to do that. When you hear this saying, ask them, if now you don't know that you're good enough, how would you know that you're good enough? It makes people think, and they realize that maybe they're good enough already. Also, comment below and let me know how this technique works for you. What would you do if you would be good enough for whatever you want? And here's our fourth coaching technique. When people have all the abilities and opportunities to go for what they want, oftentimes the one thing is still stopping them is people's opinion. If you feel that a client gets attached to appreciation and other people's opinions, often they may not even see this and who those people are. Ask him or her, who would you share your success with? When they tell you a few names, then ask who else? Those who affect people's decisions the most is in their close circle, like relatives, loved ones, or best friends. So ask a person, from those who you just mentioned, whose opinion would you care about the most if you lose? They may name one or a few people. Those are the ones that your client may need to have a conversation with, explaining what he or she is after. It would be the best if those people would show support and encourage them to go for what they want, but it isn't always that way. So they may want to tell what they are up to and decide that they go for their dreams and opinion of these people won't affect them anymore. The reality will be that your clients more likely still will care and get back to that fear mode because they get used to that. Our mind works by repetition, whether you tell it's a good or bad thing. So remind them how powerful they are. And also make sure to check this video on the screen, which has more tips on how to be a great coach.